Hello Bulldogs, welcome to this week's news show. I'm Elvin Cesario.
And I'm Carson Kleinalter. This week we'll be covering wrestling preseason,
the Primate Preservation and Protection Club's first fundraiser event,
and the library's movie premieres.
The library will be broadcasting Halloween movies throughout the month of October to show, free to any students during resource periods. BNN reporter Molly Hotek gives us more information on the topic.
BNN sat down with Miss Dowling and Peyton Filial to discuss the Halloween movies being played in the library.
I'm Jerica Dowling, and I am the new Library Media Center Specialist.
Hi, I'm Peyton, and I am a senior.
They get shown every day during resource, so every period if a student has resource, they can come down and see one of the movies if they want to.
I typically watch them in my English class, like if we're not doing anything, or in my senior project class if we're not doing anything, and I kind of come down here at lunch sometimes. I believe Miss Gilly has flyers that she's maybe handed out or posted around the school that should say what movie's on what day.
Well, we have posters here in the library that help you track what movie we're on, and we've also posted it on the library website as well as the CNHS media website. I think my favorite is Hocus Pocus because it's such a classic movie, so that's the most anticipated movie for me.
A movie that I've wanted to see that I'm anticipating is called The Corpse Bride, and I've been really excited to see it because I haven't seen that movie personally and I really want to.
I've had some interest in Insidious, which is probably the scariest movie that's on the list. And also Ghostbusters has been really popular.
Miss Dowling and Peyton talk about future holiday-themed movie plans.
Yeah, Miss Gilly and I are thinking about it. We definitely want to do seasonal things for the students, and so we're doing different programming as we go. And you can find all of our programming on the website. So you should definitely check that out frequently because we're doing different projects and crafts, and we'll definitely be doing some holiday events once winter comes around.
I think there will be a Christmas movie event later on in December because she's kind of thrown the idea out of how she wants to help just kind of relieve stress of kids and give them some time to debrief in like the 80-minute class periods that we have.
It's been okay. I think with the new schedule and with COVID, there have been a few less kids coming into the library than we'd like. So we're hoping to get more students coming in to enjoy the movies and the books. And
we've had a decent turnout. I mean, there's always a couple of kids here and there. There's a couple of kids at lunch. But overall, not super great, but okay.
We're going to be making eyeballs soon, so if people want to come in and craft, you should come to the library.
I think she's doing it kind of as like a fun little spooky kind of tradition almost to help kind of with COVID and make everyone feel better.
Well, we really want the Library Media Center to be a fun and exciting place for students, and I like the idea of having different sections in the library for kids to go and explore, do what they want, and so I think it's just a really nice way for kids to come in and de-stress. 2020 has been a really tough, stressful year, and if we can give the kids a little bit of time to come in and relax, be around books, watch a fun movie, then we're happy to do that.
This is Molly Hotek reporting for BNN.
The new Primate Preservation and Protection Club has settled down on their first event this year. They will be hosting a fundraiser, and BNN reporter Josh Owens sat down with its members to discuss what it's for and how it will be processed.
BNN sat down with Curtis Abendroff to learn about Monkey Club's new fundraiser.
Preserving monkeys in captivity or in these places or like reservations or something like that. It's actually about just protecting and keeping monkeys in the wild safe. So they're still in like a wild habitat, just more protected. So it's not really about keeping them in their own like confined place like that. So right now we're actually getting shirts made, so we'll be selling shirts. We're still brainstorming other fundraiser opportunities. We wanted to do like like a cool like movie night where we'd watch like Dawn of the Planet of the Apes or like other stuff like that, which would be super cool. But sadly, we would have to get like the rights to show those movies, and it's not like we're gonna be able to do that. Like, that's just unrealistic. So we're still thinking about other ways we can help support it, but right now we do have shirts being made. So we're able to sponsor like actual families of monkeys, like gorillas. We're able to sponsor like a whole family of gorillas to be protected, and then do some like smaller monkeys that we could actually like just sponsor to stay on a like preserves and stuff like that for like it's actually relatively cheap for like a whole year of sponsorship. Like, it's something like for the smaller monkeys, I know it's something like $45 for like a whole year to stay at a preserve. We're basically just looking towards different ways to have people donate and like different fundraiser activities that we could do. So donations are going to be like pretty important towards our main goal.
This is Joshua Owens reporting for BNN.
With wrestling's preseason starting this year, BNN reporter Gabby Donica sat down with Coach Joyce and varsity wrestlers Jared Solcom to discuss how events and training will be different this year compared to previous years.
BNN sat down with Coach Joyce and Jared Solcom to talk about wrestling preseason. Coach Joyce explains what are some of the extra precautions the wrestlers will be taking this year.
So each season we have preseason workouts where we run, lift, body weight exercises, and typically there's a hefty amount of actual wrestling. But with this year we've had had to shake things up a little bit. We didn't have as much summer workout capabilities, but yeah, we're adjusting.
First of all, I mean, we have a lot more kids preseason wise. It's nice, we got more kids just working. It's always better with more people. It just makes it fun, even though you're not working with them, just knowing you got people also doing it. And then COVID wise, I mean, summer before, just we can't do as much as we would normally do with guidelines.
Making sure that we keep wrestlers and athletes in smaller groups. So if somebody ends up with being sick or being exposed, then we're not losing the whole team all at once. We try to keep kids in groups of 4 right now. That way, if somebody is out, then they got 3 other guys to work with.
Mainly just being able to have people kind of just hang out, because I mean, a lot of wrestling is just bonding with your teammates and being able to do stuff together outside the mat, and then on the mat would be just having to like kind of wrestle with other kids. You can't, because usually in wrestling you'll wrestle other kids even though they might be bigger or smaller, but now it's pretty much you need to stay with your group that's typically your size, so you can't really kind of almost have fun with other teammates but also get a different perspective.
I think there's going to be a lot of changes, with mask rules and with rules as far as how many people can be in certain venues at the same time. I think wrestling's going to look a little different this year. I think our regular dual meets will probably, they'll be a little more spaced out. There may not be as many spectators as there typically would, but hopefully, we've got a little bit of normal looking dual meets, and then our weekend duels will probably look pretty different.
I'm Gabby Donica reporting for BNN.
That's it for today, Bulldogs. I'm Elvis Cesario.
And I'm Carson Clownser. Have a great fall break.